Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. Fair enough. Just me. I like that. Welcome back to the Fowler Show live here on youtube.com/me. It's a privilege to welcome this person back on my show in nearly 3 years. It's been a long time since this person and I have actually spoken on the air. Last time we did, we spoke over Google Voice. Where actually I could call any US number for free at the time. That software no longer exists, and I moved to YouTube instead of doing the show via, on audio websites where you can listen and watch on any platforms you want. So I thought this would be a change of scenery as well. And for the first time ever appearing live on YouTube and on video, please welcome former WCW/TNA/Impact Wrestling wrestler, star, Shark Boy. Welcome to the show. No, you're very welcome. We are pleased to have you. So, as I just set this up here on my software, what have you been up to then since we last spoke? Because we've not spoke for a while, have we? Well, not publicly on the air.
3 years. What have I been up to? Mostly just being locked down, trying to avoid COVID, trying to keep myself healthy, keep my family healthy. Not a whole heck of a lot else. I've done a handful of things wrestling wise, as far as shows and things. But boy, I tell you, things really slowed down once the pandemic showed up.
Yes, and I see you've been active a little bit.
Yeah, here and there.
And, you've been at some shows recently as well. So what has that been like?
I'll tell you, the ones that I've done recently, it's been kind of nice because, being away from the shows, the crowds, and the scene for a while, it feels like when you get there now, everyone's just kind of happy to be out doing something, doing anything, and so I don't know. It's been nice. I guess you don't know how much you miss something until you go away for a while, and then when you come back, it's it dawns on you just what it was that you loved about it,
Yeah. No, I get that. But I'm glad things are looking up for you, though.
Yeah, things are good.
But what's in the pipework?
I've got some stuff coming up in March. I will be at a big show. Let's see. I think the first one will be the Chillicothe event. There's a big show coming up in Chillicothe, Ohio. Man, so many stars. I was looking at the poster. Scott Steiner, Booker T, Kurt Angle, the New Age Outlaws, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a couple of horsemen are on the card. Somehow I'm on the card too. So that's a really big event that's coming up. If you get on my Twitter, I'll plug my Twitter here in a little bit. If you get on there, I'll have the flyer. You can see what's going on there. And then the day after that, I'm coming over to Indiana for a big event. Do you have the details for the Indiana show there?
Yes, I will quickly get them for you in just a moment. In the meantime,
okay, cool.
I'll get them over for you in just a moment. I'm just going to do something.
Okay.
So before we get there, though, there's been a lot of people who as well, and who you have loved to interact with, hasn't there?
I'm not sure. What do you mean?
Well, you can see that we do have our guests here on the show. Anyway, you got so many people you've worked with or gotten to work with over the past, few years. You got a close relationship with your good old pal, Glenn, Disco Inferno, as well. How do you like to tease with him on your social media a lot?
With Glenn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known Glenn a long time. We give each other a hard time. We agree on some things, we disagree on other things, but we always try to kind of make it fun. And we like to do that. it's fun. We've known each other a long time.
Yes, I know you have. Yes, and it's an interesting relationship we get to see on good old Twitter, as we say.
Yeah.
So you were asking for the date for the show in Indiana earlier on before, and you even quoted it as well by saying that you're streaming to Indiana this March. So it's going to be 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and it's going to be on March 13th, 2022 as well.
There you go. Yeah. And like I said, I'll give a plug out for my Twitter at some point here, and then you'll be able to see the flyers, and there's also information on there about how to get tickets and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so you got Holiday Inn Conference Center. This is on the 1208 East E Douglas Road in Mishawaka, Indiana. Mispronounced that probably. Understandable. You can
Mishawaka.
Yeah, that's right. Have you ever been there before?
I probably have. I've wrestled all over Indiana, and that town sure does ring a bell. I used to wrestle in South Bend, where Notre Dame University is. Yeah, I used to wrestle there quite a bit in the area. So it wouldn't shock me to know that this is not my first time in Mishawaka.
Of course, that's happening on March 13th, 2022. You can get your tickets loads of different ways. There's an event page on Eventbrite. If you just type in Pro Wrestling King, I think it's called, it will come up that way, or you can go to pwk1.com to get your tickets that way. But you got some awesome people that are appearing. You got, of course, AEW regular. Well, I'll say regular, but he's not there every week, but he's appeared on many Darks editions. Isaiah Moore. Have you had the chance to check any of his work out yet?
I don't think so. No, I'm not real familiar. I'm going to get familiar between now and then. That's for sure. There's a chance I may run into the guy, and as far as in the ring, and I want to know what. I want to know what I'm getting into. So I'm going to do my homework on that.
And because of the Battle Royal, which will be happening as well, I believe just before the main event, from what I have been told, where anybody can come into this main event. All you have to do is make sure they are the final four in the match, I believe, and the final four will then go on to face each other in a fatal four-way, and the winner will go on to face a PWA champion. Now that you have to find out on the show on that date. So if you want to be there to witness history and see if Shark Boy can actually win a Battle Royal, if he's actually going to be in the Battle Royal or not, or even get to a chance to face a PWA champion, then you have to be there to see it.
That's right. You have to tune in.
Indeed. And people might be wondering as well, like you do a very good impression of the Steve Austin. Is there any others, impressions and such you didn't get, which you could do, but you never got the chance to actually do on TV?
I think most of the people I do impressions of, you probably wouldn't know who they were. You know what I mean?
Surprise me.
I do tend to pick up on people's mannerisms and speech patterns and that sort of thing. And a lot of people I do impressions of are just nobody. I'd say, oh, trust me, that's a really good impression.
That's fair. No, because many people have gone into us about this because many people know you, either work with you, through various companies or more fans of you as well. So it's great to see that. So keep that up. So of course, the March 12th show, you briefly mentioned it before, and we should also plug your Twitch, not your Twitch, your Twitter, because you're only on Twitter. This is very shockingly to know, because you should be on more platforms. But Sharkboy24_7 is where you can find him on Twitter with an impressive over 9,189 followers. You should have a verified tick on Twitter, but you don't. But well done on getting to 9,189 followers. I think when we spoke, I think you had about 6,000 or 7,000 followers when we spoke 3 years ago. So that's very impressive. You were able to grow your following to that amount so far.
Yeah, without the blue check mark, I was able to get that many people to believe it was me. So that's pretty good. Yeah,
because when I because you joined in 2010, I joined in 2014. So when I joined Twitter, I was like one of the people who followed you, because I was thinking that's gotta be the real Shark Boy. So that's why I thought I'd just follow you, and then I reached out to you.
Who else would dress like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, who else is this going to be? It surely
Who else
can't
is
be
gonna
the
wear this?
Yeah, so it can't be an imposter. It can't be. And then I went for you following this to see if any celebrities, from who you've worked with, followed you, and they were. So I thought, yeah, this has got to be the right Shark Boy. So that's why I reached out to you in 2019, out of the blue, at 7 a.m. my time. It's about 2:00 in the morning your time, because you were tweeting out about something or other, and I thought maybe still active. So let's just see if you will decide to go on this small show back in 2019 when I reached out to you at the blue, and you did follow me back for me to DM you. So I appreciate that, and I think we've become pretty good friends since, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah. You're my man in the UK.
Yes, and this is off the air. You helped to bring in Nigel across the seas, across the pond.
Yeah, I gave him a place to stay for, I don't know, a couple weeks maybe, and
nice.
helped him get settled and sorted out over here. And the rest is history, man. He's gone on to do great big things. So very proud of Nigel.
I'm just surprised not many people have used you on shows today. Not on screen, but maybe backstage roles, close to where you are when they're in town and whatnot. So I'm quite surprised they've not reached out to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was telling somebody the other day, I feel like I still have plenty left to give back to the business. It's just finding someone to agree with me,
Have you ever heard from any of your friends from AEW or from Impact Wrestling about any opportunities there?
I speak to them sometimes. Nothing about job opportunities or anything like that. No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I keep in touch with several guys, but it's. I'll tell you, there's more guys looking for work right now in wrestling than there are guys who are working. I think with all the releases and things. So. Yes. It's a pretty crowded market right now. I'm just kind of doing my thing like I've always done. And when the opportunity's there, what do Sharks do? We strike,
Well, I look forward to seeing if you strike anybody on March 12th or 13th in those places. Because no March 12th, you're in Ohio. Not a great city to be in, I have to say. Never been, but it doesn't. What is in Ohio? Really, what's in there? You got a very poor team in Ohio, don't you? But what else is in Ohio? Yourself.
Well, my team's in the playoffs in football. So
is my team. We had the game of the season, the number one trend in the UK. The Raider Nation rolls on.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we're okay. So is this is live?
Yes,
interview?
This is live. This is live on YouTube right now.
So on Saturday, your team faces my team in what we call the jungle in Cincinnati.
Cool. Can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's going to be big time, man, because the Bengals haven't won a playoff game in 30 years.
Wow. Okay.
So we are coming in there hungry, to say the least.
I bet you guys are. So I wish you the best of luck. But I think the Raiders will do it. I don't know why. I just think we will get past your team easily. Okay.
Well, we'll see. I think we're about a 6-point favorite according to your team's hometown, Vegas, according to the odds.
Yeah.
We'll see. That hasn't in the past that hasn't been anything for the Bengals. No. So we'll see how it goes.
No, all the Raiders as well, because we've not had the very best season, I have to say, after the.
Well, that was a great game though with the Chargers. That was unbelievable. And all the Steelers fans are sitting there biting their nails because if you would have missed that kick, the Steelers would have been out and both the teams would have been in. It was crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was the highlight of the weekend, wasn't it? I thought a lot of things happened. Of course, then we had Black Monday. When Lizard managers got fired for not doing a very good job. I hope that my impression there wasn't the very best, but I can do a probably better one in a moment or so of "You're fired." There you go, that's bad.
That's not bad.
Thank you. Second try is on the trot here. But no hard feelings. Make the best team win, as I will say on Saturday. It's going to be a good game, and if your team win, then all all kudos to you. Of course, we're not expecting to do anything good this year now because of our other manager getting fired, or not fired, resigning because of what happened.
Well, you truly are a Raiders fan, aren't you? I do. Do a lot of people watch American football in the UK?
Oh yes, there's a lot of people. It's grown in the last 10 years. I have to say, I can now I can go in the supermarket near where I live now, and I see other people with like Raiders hats or caps and things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's grown massive in the last 10 years.
Well, that's really cool.
I see more people with like football jerseys or football caps nowadays than I did 10 or 20 years ago.
No, that's really cool. I'll tell you, because the last time I was in the UK, and it's been a while,
you should come back.
It was nothing but you know, on TV it was either soccer, what we call soccer, what you call football, or rugby.
Oh yeah, rugby. Oh, I didn't know you got rugby over there. I didn't think you guys are into rugby.
No. I'm talking about when I was in the UK.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. If you go, you go to the pub. That was it. Soccer on one channel and rugby on the other, and there was no American football. There was no the World Series was going on. There was no baseball to be found when I was over there.
Well, think about the World Series back in 2019. I think maybe a month or in the month we had the interview. There was the actual series in London. It was at the Olympic Stadium. This is now owned by West Ham, who play there. But they had a baseball series in London. I don't know if you catch that or not, but it was in London and it was live on BT Sports, and it was meant to become a yearly thing. But then, of course, COVID happened, and they never came back. So I don't know if they're going to resume that once everything comes back up, because I know American football, they came over to the Tottenham Stadium earlier this year. Not the best place to be.
Right.
Not the best team to support either, Tottenham. Can't say much worse about United, really, but there you go. I don't know if you follow soccer or not, Sharp Boy.
Oh boy, I know you know more about football than I know about soccer. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know if you've been I don't know if you've been catching anything, but Man United I used to bang on as the best team in the world, the best team to play at, but they are absolutely shocking at the moment. You have more twists and turns in your matches than the whole United roster at the moment.
Okay, gotcha.
But I mean, I do hope that you get to come back to the UK. Like, where would you love to wrestle in the UK?
Oh man, I'll tell you, I would love to get back over there. Last time I was over there, I was kind of based in the Liverpool area.
Oh right, okay, the Scouser area, okay.
And so we went. I tell you, we went all over the place. I even wound up. I did a couple shows in Scotland, I think. So it was all over. We were all over the place.
Do you remember what year that was, or was that going?
Oh my gosh!
Tell your age.
Yeah, it was in the early 2000s, right after. Okay. It wasn't 2000, right after maybe. 2002, if I had to guess, something like that.
Was that with TNA, or was that just independently, just with you and the
No, there's an independent group.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's like over 20 years ago almost, isn't it? Really? So, yikes.
Yeah,
you need to come back over here before you retire, Sharp Boy.
I mean, that'd be great. I would love to get back over there. That'd be fantastic.
Give people stunners. Give them the shell, like a send off for you. I know that there's a big event and this happens every year over here. I think it's like WrestleCade or something like that. It happens in around the northwest area where they're bringing like legends. Like one year they put in the Undertaker for a meet and greet with people. And I'm surprised that they've not reached out to you to bring you over here to hang out.
Okay. Well, you got to be my my man in the UK and line that stuff up for me. You know who to talk to. I don't even know who to talk to anymore. I'm out of the loop.
Well, I don't know the people who won that. I can just maybe send you a link to the page I'm talking about, and then maybe you can reach out to them or your wife or whoever else who does your
whoever knows how to operate a computer. Yeah.
Because I only found out this recently because I got in contact with your wife through you because you sent us a video which I thank you for, which was aired last year on this YouTube channel and of course on social media, but it's also publicly known as well on the Wikipedia as well. If you knew that.
What's publicly known?
Your wife's name. 'Cause I did not know until
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
or your former wife. Anyway, one or the other, because there's a thing, your spouse is so and so. I'm not going to say out
Well,
here.
it's probably current because I feel like what happened was there was one day we got on there, my current wife and I got on there, and she said, "Oh, this is all from their first marriage," and she like changed everything. So I think I remember that happening.
Got ya. So that's fair. So I wasn't sure if you knew that it was publicly known on Google.
I think so. I haven't been on my own Wiki page in a minute, but I used to get on there sometimes and just read some of the things that weren't true and laugh and not change them. Well, yeah. People sometimes get on there and make things up, and it's Wikipedia. That's the idea, right? The fans create the content, right?
Well, they say the edits are only good for 5 minutes before apparently they go back to the original. So I don't know if that happens or not. But what are the sort of things which people have made up about you, then, Sharp Boy? There was
a thing on there. There was a thing on there about I went to see Stone Cold get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Not true. I wasn't there. That's just one thing I could. There was something about I was on a Fox News show one time. Not true. Never on there. I don't know. People make things up, and it's. I don't know. I don't know why those stayed on there, but they stayed on there for a while. The ones I'm talking about.
Really? Okay.
They may still be on there. I don't know.
Interesting. I bet you would love to be on Fox News, though, wouldn't you, Sharp Boy, to give out some stunners to them people, or just to chat about whatever?
Well, I mean, they get good ratings, so sure. I guess I'd do a pop in on there.
Yeah, number one cable news network apparently in the US, loving to take digs at CNN. Of how their viewers are very low now in 2021. So it would be cool to see you on there with a suit talking about whatever on Fox.
Politics.
On Fox News. Of course, they have cops. They have cops back on there now, which is great to see. Fox Nation showing Cops the new season, which is very good. I love that show. I do love Cops. 1989. They've been showing it over here from. So I'm not seeing you on there yet. So that's good to see.
Well, hopefully you won't. Yeah, hopefully you won't see me on Cops, right?
But you never know. So on March 13th, what can we expect from you then, Sharp Boy? What can we see from you? Will you be making any surprise appearances there, or are you just going to be one of those things that WWE does where they advertise something and then you hope to see them, but then things change?
Oh, I mean, I'll be there. I'll for sure be there. As far as what you'll see, this is kind of one of those deals where, I'm swimming to town, I'm walking in the door, and someone points me toward the ring, and I get in there and whip somebody's bass, and that's a fishing line. So, that's going to be the deal that day. You know as much as I do. You have the address, I have the address. You have the date, I have the date. I'll show up, and someone points me toward the ring, and I take care of business.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely indeed. And of course, you can follow Sharkboy on Twitter, Sharkboy24_7. Why isn't it not just 24/7? Why are you putting an underscore in that? Is that for a reason or something?
No, you're supposed to have a colon there, right? Or something. What's on my shirt? There, see that?
Oh, yeah, dot, yeah.
Okay. So they don't have that option, I don't think. I have to do the underscore. Yeah.
Right, gotcha.
Otherwise, it just said Sharkboy 247, and that I don't know what that means. That doesn't mean anything. So
I will tell you this though as well. Like last year, we had a great year on this show last year. We had Eric Bischoff on this show last year. We had
cool.
We had Terry Runnels on this show last year. Don't know if you had a chance to meet her. In 2020, I had on Goldilocks, who I know you knew a little bit in your time working with her in TNA. And then I told her.
I think we're trying to set it up where I'll be on her show next week. I think I may be doing. I might be doing her show in a week or two.
Can you pass a message on from me to her?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, I've been trying to get her back on my show because she said she would have come back on my show later 2020 to promote some music videos. I said you can, And then she went silent on me, okay? So now I reached out to her last November. I left a comment saying she's going to be at WrestleCade, I think it was, or WrestleCon, something like that. And so I said to her, well, you should come on my show to promote this, say this would be great for you and, get the word out more. And she said, yes, please contact me closer to the time. So then I sent her a DM and an email to her, but she never saw it because I know she's a very busy lady. But I'm just wondering if you could pass on to her that to respond to me to make her come back on this show. It'd be great to have her back on the show.
I will. I'll put her on the spot while we're on the air.
Oh, brilliant. I'll be tuning in for that one, definitely. I might even show the clip of that.
Then she'll have to get back to you, right?
Yes, exactly. I can't wait for that. But I will also say as well, I even reached out to Jeff Jarrett last year, which I actually did, publicly known. I did get a response from either Jeff Jarrett or somebody from his team last year. But the funny thing was I reached out at the wrong time because about 2 days after I reached out to him, he said I'm not doing any media requests at the time. He was doing media requests 2 days after I sent an email to him, which is quite hilarious, actually.
Well, and he's got his own podcast now, right?
He does. He's got his own podcast, which is funny known, used to be known as his wrestling page, the global wrestling thing Bobby was doing back in, because they followed me on it on Twitter. Don't know why they followed me on Twitter. Didn't know who they were really at the time before it was announced that Jeff Jarrett was running it. So I didn't know why they followed me on that account. I don't know who won that account. But then it turned into the Jeff Jarrett podcast account. So they do follow me on Twitter. So I have reached back out to Jeff Jarrett, but I've not received no response yet. But he's a very busy man. He's been at GCW recently as well. Will you be, if you got the opportunity to go to GCW, would you go to GCW?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever worked for them ever, and that's one of the few groups that I haven't done anything for. Yeah, that'd be cool, man, without a doubt.
I know you worked with two guys who were called Brian Myers. You worked with him as well, and his friend, of course. They're doing their own things now in Impact and in GCW and whatnot. They're doing cool things. It'll be fun to see you two. Spin it off in GCW.
Yeah, would love to do something like that. We'll see, man. It's a new year, so we'll see. There could be all kinds of cool things happening.
New year, new you, as they say. How was your new year? Did you have a good New Year and Christmas?
Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot. It was very small. Things are with the variant, the Omicron variant that's going around. Everything's kind of just, people are staying to themselves a little bit in the small gatherings. We went and visited my brother's family for Christmas, and New Year's we really didn't. We stayed home. We just kind of did our thing here at the house. So nothing too exciting. I don't have any exciting stories to tell. It's just the way things are right now.
Yeah, of course. No, we get that, absolutely. And, we hope that you and your family have a good new year as well. And we do apologize for that background noise we heard a moment ago and beforehand as well. I think it's coming from your tablet. Is that saying you're running out of charge, or is that someone trying to call you?
It's probably my phone going off. Sorry about that.
No worries. People see that you're on my show, and they want to contact you saying, get off this show. Go away from this show. What are you doing out there?
You're killing your career.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Of course. You're welcome. I do appreciate you coming back on the show after 3 years. I know it can't be, it's been almost 3 years now. When you last came on this show, you gave me 2 suggestions to reach out to get on this show, okay? Those two, one of them publicly eliminated me on Twitter, and the other person did not respond to my DM. Can you guess? Can you guess which one was which?
Okay, so one of them was definitely Glenn.
Yeah,
Glenn Gilberti. I'm sure he probably was the public humiliation.
Yep. It was.
Or am I wrong?
No, you're correct.
Okay. And who was the other guy? Was it Spider-Nate Webb?
Correct. Yes.
And he completely ignored you.
Yes, he completely ignored me.
He's been busy cooking in the kitchen. Spider-Nate Webb's cooking for you. He's got his own cooking show, or he did anyway. I think he's still doing it. And he got back into wrestling. I think he'd left for a minute and got back into it. So yeah, he's been super busy. I apologize.
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, sharp boy.
I said, yeah, here's two guys you can get a hold of, and neither one of them.
Yeah, one said, who the hell is this Ed Fowler guy, or something along the lines of that, on Twitter. It's got some responses from other people. And the other just kind of just blocked me, well, not blocked me, but I mean, like, just ignored the DM completely.
Well, see, I did that on purpose because this way now nobody asks me to hook them up with people for their shows.
Yeah.
Like, Shark Boy's unreal. He's 0 for 2. So.
Well, maybe I can try and make you up for this. Maybe I can give you a third try. And see if this time the pudding can come out.
Yeah. Well, we'll do the Goldilocks thing. Like I said, I'll put her on the spot on the air.
Okay, great. I can't wait for that then. That's hopefully going to be coming out in the next few weeks. So when I see it land on her show, I'm definitely going to listen to it to see if I get a name drop or anything. And that. I can't wait to see what her reaction will be. We do a live chat, thumbs up from a YouTube chatter. It's Black, giving us 3 thumbs up. So thank you for tuning in. Have you ever been to Georgia or Alabama recently? Or would love to go back?
Yeah, I lived in Georgia for a little while because I was training at the power plant in Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah. Of course you have, yeah. Don't blame you there. But I mean, have you been back since then? Like wrestled there since then, or not really had chance to?
I don't know when the last time I wrestled in Georgia was. It's probably been a while.
What about Alabama?
Yeah, I was in Alabama like last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a shot down there. Well, I can't think of the name of the town now, but it was like in the northern part of the state last year. Yeah.
Got ya. It's funny how each state has its own little accent, doesn't it? You know, some are quite slow talking. Then you got some which talks quite normal. You got some people talking about New York, a bit New Jersey as well up in there. You got people from Boston as well, and Texas, of course. But are you friends with Booker T?
Yeah. Booker's great. I've known Booker a long time. He has his own promotion in Texas, and he brought me in twice to work for him down there, which was really cool.
Oh yes. Well, I didn't actually know that because I didn't know you'd been to his company. I do watch their YouTube channel, with all the episodes, and I'm not seeing you on there. So maybe you were.
Oh, this was a while back.
Yeah, I'm going to say it must be a long time ago before the YouTube videos came up. So he must.
It might have been. I don't know. It might have been maybe in the earlier days of his promotion. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how long it's been around when they brought me in.
What you should do is contact Booker T and say, I want to come back to Texas. I want to show everybody that I am still relevant in 2022. Show people of the world that I can give a stunner to any of your roster because I am the best fish or shark in the world today.
That sounds good, brother. That sounds good.
Apparently, that guy I mentioned to you a minute ago on YouTube chat, he said that he was also trained in the old power plant building years ago. Different owners, though.
Okay. Yeah.
But there we go. Is there anything else you would like to plug or want to get over?
Not really. It's kind of like you said, the Twitter is really the only place to find me right now, and that's fine. That's my speed. One social media account at a time is how I like it. Keep things straight that way.
Will you be appearing on? Will you be making a TikTok or a Facebook or an Instagram account in the next coming months?
I don't know. If somebody forces me to, maybe, but I won't go out of my way. I'm trying to keep what my kids doing with all that stuff now. So.
Well, you do have some persuasive people who follow you on Twitter. Like, you got Violet Sky. I think you got even Gail Kim. I think followed you on Twitter. But I could be wrong. But I mean, those people could easily persuade you to get an Instagram or a TikTok or even a Facebook. Well,
don't give them any ideas. I don't need the pressure.
It's a good job. It's a good job I don't know them, then, isn't it? It's a good job I don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know. They're lovely people, and it's just I don't know. That's good. I get my information there. I can put my message out, and then all the other Facebook and everything else kind of copies it and pastes it anyway. So I feel like that's my that's where you can find me. If you're guaranteed to want to, send me a message or do whatever, that's where you'll find me. Is Twitter. Like you said, it's Sharkboy24_7. That's really all I got to plug. Everything that I have to plug, you'll see on there. So get on there and find me. And I get enough followers, they're going to have to give me one of those blue check marks eventually.
Well, not always, because your good friend BG James, unfortunately, apologized for what happened to him, but he lost his own Twitter verification as well. So you never know, Sharp Boy. It might not even happen to you. But I mean, I do hope he gets his back. But I do hope you get yours at one point as well. You should reach out to BG and ask him how he's going to get his back. Because I'm sure he will.
I don't know.
It's the amount of time.
It's like some kind of secret society. I don't really know how it works, but it's whatever.
I will say this, though. I want to leave on this story because after I had you on the show, I reached out on Twitter because Josh Matthews, I don't know if you know who he is. Well, you do because
I know who he is.
You beat his ass when you and him album mentioned the memories. But anyway, I reached out to him public on Twitter because he was gloating of how he was at the time a great champion. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I called him out to say, "Come on my show. If you want real questions, come on my show," type thing. Okay. And he did respond to me, and then he tagged his agent, I guess, who runs the Impact Wrestling Media Relations, and it sounded like he didn't want to come on my show because he's the best in the world. He doesn't want to answer any questions, any real questions, I should say. And and it was glad that he got the kicking of his life, thanks to JB. Thanks to yourself, and I think Abyss as well was in that match.
The Monster Abyss showed up too.
Yeah, to kick his ass.
That was Slammiversary, I think. Right?
It was the anniversary show. Yeah, that's when Jeff Jarrett came back to be involved in the creative mindset. You had Don West on commentary as well. I don't know if you keep in contact with Don West, but I hope he's doing okay and on the mend as well. And I know he's got some issues.
We've messaged each other a couple of times, and I think things. The last I talked to him, anyway, it's been a little while, but things were looking up. Things were better. So,
fingers crossed that carries on the way, because he was a great commentator on TNA with Mike Tenay.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy. When I was going down to Nashville for TNA, he would let me stay at his house sometimes when I was down there. That's cool, super great guy, man. Super nice guy.
Yeah, because he used to say, "Go, go, go," or "Holy cow." Probably not the best impressions of his accent, but there you go. But yeah, he was,
that was it. That's him.
Even good old Mike Tenay, it's a shame he's not on TV anymore.
Mike is great. Mike's fantastic. I love working with those guys.
When was the last time you spoke to Mike Tenay? Was it a few years ago?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. It's been a long time since I've talked to Mike, and I hope he's doing well. Hi, Mike. If you see this, hi. Hope you're well, brother.
I wish he did, because I would love to have him on this show, because he's the voice of my childhood from the old days of TNA, just like you were with Curry Man, who we now know who that is, and we all like. But yeah, him and you, Spice. He's hot, he's spicy as Curry Man. We of course that legendary voice, of Dave Penza, I think his name is.
Yeah, legendary. Right? I'll have to tell him you said that. I don't know that many people have referred to him as legendary. Well, but that's
there you go. Well, of course, he's from WCW and TNA, a part of the voice of my childhood.
Yes.
Yes,
he's a legend to me, but it's mostly from like bar tabs and stuff like that.
Because it's like he's like the TNA version of Michael Buffer.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Gray hair, slick gray hair, like Michael Buffer's. He says, "Let's get ready
shorter than I am."
Yeah. You should definitely hook me up with him. With him.
Now that one, I should have done that to begin with. You guys, I think, would have a good old time talking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because he has his own show as well. He does. Yes. And have you ever been on it?
I have. I think once I was on his show. Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, it was great. I think what it was, he had Pat Kenny, Simon Diamond call in, and I called in, and he just had me do like the Stone Cold stuff because Pat loves that. Pat loves it more than anybody. So he just, Pat was feeding me scenarios. What would Stone Cold say about this? And we just were going back and forth, and cutting up, and Penzer just let us run wild on his show. So it was kind of fun.
Could you ever do a Kurt Angle impression, or was he quite too hard to do as well?
I don't know that I could sound like Kurt. No, I don't know. His voice isn't maybe as distinctive as Stone Cold's,
Yeah.
And that'd be a tough one to do. And Kurt and I are friends too, so it'd be kind of weird to do an impression. Well, yeah, we were both at TNA for
he was, yeah. Yeah, you had your own segments when you and all sorts, but I didn't think you guys speak nowadays though, because he's a very busy guy as well, like yourself. I didn't think.
Oh yeah, I haven't talked to Kurt in a while, no. But I mean, I consider him a friend for sure. If I was run into, I'll see him in March.
Yes,
so
you will.
We'll find out.
Hey,
I'll let you know if we're still friends or not.
Hey, can you do me another favor? I know I shouldn't really do this on the air, so I do apologize, as Sharp Boy. So I'm breaking some rules here because apparently. I shouldn't be doing this on the air. I should be doing this off the air. But me, I like to do things on the air. I'm different. We're groundbreaking.
Okay.
I feel I'm groundbreaking. So you might end the call here in a moment. But I've been trying to get Mr. Kurt Angle to come on this show. By the way, last year. So I did speak to an agent of his, but I didn't get. He said he would reach out back to me. I never got a word back. So I don't know what's happened. But I would love to have him on the show.
I'll see what I can do. You're just gonna have to make me your booking agent.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
But I do apologize. You just know so many great people, Sharp Boys, and it's not like I'm using you here or anything, because you are a great person, a great dude, and I do know a few people who I know who might want to use you in the future for appearances and whatnot. So I'll try my best to get them to bring you in.
Quid pro quo here.
Yeah,
a quid pro quo. Yeah, a little trade-off deal. I got you.
Well, not really like that, but it'd be like I will itch your back if you itch my back.
Okay, that's it.
If you know that saying, I don't know if that's used or not in America or not, but I know it's used over here.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch your back. Yeah. There you go.
Good. That's good. Well, I do apologize, but I have run over the actual time limit you said to me, so I
well. I got to go pick the guppy up from school, so.
Yeah. There you go. So we will end this on that note. It's been great chatting to you. This is the longest interview with you, Sharp Boy, we've ever done. The last time we did one, it was 18 minutes long, and there was so much more to discuss with you. So I feel like we've got to this point of where we discuss a lot of things today. I do hope you enjoyed this episode with my guest, Sharp Boy, who is probably the best person in the world who I know, from a star, who can give the stunner to anybody who gets in his way. And I want to say as well, you even told a referee how to do a stunner, because he did a stunner to some guy in Indiana recently. So Sharp Boy, you're telling people all the time who and how you should do the stunner. So I really appreciate that. It could do some damage to some people. But
when I do it, it's called the chummer. Don't forget, it's the chummer. Yeah. I get it.
Okay.
Somebody's already used stunner.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But you've been around. You've been doing it more though than that other person.
Well, here and there, like I said. But I do appreciate you having me on here. Thank you so much, and I look forward to the event in Indiana. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one, and I believe you're going to come back on the show again soon, though, aren't you? Before that show.
Yeah, we'll do this again soon. We'll do it again soon for sure.
Yeah, there we go. We can get some updates from Sharp Boy about how his event goes in as well, and how his good old chat goes with Goldilocks. So we appreciate that, Sharp Boy. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you as well. And if you enjoyed this episode, like it on YouTube, share the video around, tell them all about Sharp Boy, tell them all about the great stories he told us today. Even me being a bit cheeky to Sharp Boy. I was saying, get me in contact with so-and-so. As well, you'll be a bit cheeky in this game, don't you? And as well, make sure if you're new around here to smash that subscribe button. We've got over 156 subscribers, which of course is quite big, but we're going to get even bigger to bring on those great people who I mentioned to Sharp Boy a few minutes ago as well. And leave a comment. Let me know what questions you want me to ask Sharp Boy before March 13th, because you just heard it from his mouth. He will be back on this show again soon. So we look forward to that as well. But from all of us here from the Fowler Show on this lovely Thursday evening, enjoy the rest of your day.